If you are hurt at work in Okmulgee County, you may be wondering how to file a workers' comp claim. Workers' compensation can provide medical treatment, wage replacement benefits, and compensation for permanent impairment when a job-related injury keeps you from working or leaves lasting damage. The process can feel confusing, especially if your employer does not explain what to do, the insurance company delays treatment, or you are worried about losing your job. Understanding the basic steps can help protect your claim from the beginning. Report the injury to your employer. The first step after a work injury is to report the injury to your employer as soon as possible. You should tell a supervisor, manager, owner, human resources representative, or another person with authority at work. Do not assume your employer knows about the injury just because a coworker saw it happen. Your report should include when, where, and how the injury occurred, which part of your body was injured, and whether you need medical care. If possible, report the injury in writing or follow up with a text, email, or written notice so there is a record. Waiting too long to report the injury can create problems. The insurance company may argue that the injury did not occur at work, that it was not serious, or that the claim was not properly reported. Ask for medical treatment. After reporting the injury, ask your employer where you should go for medical treatment. In many Oklahoma workers' compensation cases, the employer or insurance carrier directs authorized medical care. This may include a clinic, an occupational medicine provider, a specialist, a physical therapist, a surgeon, or another approved medical provider. If the injury is an emergency, get emergency medical treatment immediately. Your health comes first. After emergency care, you should still notify your employer and make sure the injury is reported as work-related. Medical records are important. Be honest and specific with the doctor about how the injury occurred, when the symptoms began, which body parts hurt, and how the injury affects your ability to work. Make sure the injury is treated as work-related. Sometimes an injured worker goes to a doctor, but the paperwork does not clearly identify the injury as work-related. That can cause delays later. When you seek treatment, tell the medical provider that the injury happened at work. If the injury occurred while lifting, falling, slipping, operating equipment, driving for work, performing repetitive tasks, responding to an emergency, or doing assigned job duties, explain that clearly. The connection between the work activity and the injury is central to the claim. Understand the difference between reporting an injury and filing a claim. Reporting the injury to your employer is not always the same as filing a workers' compensation claim with the Oklahoma Workers' Compensation Commission. Your employer may file paperwork with its insurance company or the commission, but that does not always protect your rights as much as filing your own claim. An injured worker commonly files a CC Form 3, which is the employee's first notice of claim for compensation. This form begins the worker's claim before the Oklahoma Workers' Compensation Commission. The Commission's official forms page identifies CC Form 3 as the employee's claim form and specifically notes that it is not the same as the employer's first report of injury. File the proper workers' compensation form. To formally pursue a workers' compensation claim, the injured worker may need to file the proper claim form with the Oklahoma Workers' Compensation Commission. For a standard accidental injury, this is commonly CC Form 3. Other forms may apply in death claims, occupational disease claims, cumulative trauma claims, or multiple injury trust fund claims. The form should identify the employee, employer, date and place of injury, body parts injured, how the injury occurred, and the benefits being claimed. Mistakes or incomplete information can slow the case down, so it is wise to have an attorney review the claim before filing. Know the deadlines. Workers' compensation claims are deadline sensitive. Missing a filing deadline can put your right to benefits at risk. The deadline may depend on whether the claim involves a single accidental injury, cumulative trauma, occupational disease, or death claim. Because deadlines can be fact-specific, you should not wait to speak with an attorney. Even if your employer is providing some treatment, you still need to know whether your formal claim has been filed and whether any deadlines are approaching. What benefits may be available? Workers' compensation may provide several types of benefits. Medical treatment is often the first and most important benefit. This may include doctor visits, diagnostic testing, prescriptions, physical therapy, injections, surgery, and specialist care when authorized. If your injury prevents you from working, you may qualify for temporary total disability benefits. If you can only work with restrictions, your employer may need to decide whether it can accommodate them. After you reach maximum medical improvement, you may be evaluated for permanent partial disability if the injury caused lasting impairment. Common Okmulgee County work injuries. Workers in Okmulgee County may suffer many types of job-related injuries. These can include back injuries, knee injuries, shoulder injuries, hand injuries, neck injuries, head injuries, burns, fractures, repetitive trauma, hearing loss, occupational illness, and injuries from falls or equipment accidents. Work injuries may happen in construction, trucking, manufacturing, oil and gas, healthcare, retail, schools, law enforcement, emergency services, agriculture, and office settings. The type of job does not matter as much as whether the injury arose out of and occurred in the course of employment. What if the claim is denied? An employer or insurance company may deny a claim for many reasons. They may argue that the injury did not happen at work, that you reported it late, that you had a pre-existing condition, that your medical treatment is unnecessary, or that you can return to work without restrictions. A denial does not automatically mean the case is over. You may be able to request a hearing before the Oklahoma Workers' Compensation Commission. Evidence may include medical records, testimony, job descriptions, witness statements, video footage, incident reports, and expert medical opinions. Avoid common mistakes. After a work injury, avoid making incomplete or inaccurate statements about how it happened. Do not ignore work restrictions. Do not miss medical appointments. Do not assume the insurance company is protecting your interests. Do not post about your injury on social media. Do not sign settlement paperwork without understanding what rights you are giving up. You should also avoid waiting until the injury becomes unbearable before taking action. Delays in reporting, treatment, and filing can make a valid claim harder to prove. If you were hurt at work, speak with an experienced Oklahoma workers' compensation attorney as soon as possible.